women per se, you know. So, it was not his girl, but you know, she.
I'm
He
confused.
he's
I
hooked
don't know what's going on.
he's
Okay,
hooked
look,
Tom up.
it was a friend of his that he brought up because they had a mutual friend who lived in Arizona, and she came there and she ended up liking me, and we hung around each other a lot for that whole Saturday and the Sunday time period until they had to leave,
Did
and
you have sex?
and and so anyway, so
Well,
like I say, this
let's
girl,
keep it classy. Let's keep it classy.
this girl, she has a fiance at home. So,
She has a fiance and she was sitting on your lap?
damn it, slips.
Wait, you need to like find out this guy's email and send a
No,
picture
get out of
and be
here.
like, your bitch is mine, fatality, you know.
No, get out of here. No, no,
You need to perform a fatality in her
no,
vagina.
and I'm just happy that it didn't blow up for her and that he doesn't watch these tournaments and streams, nothing like that. But I will say this, and this is ironic because it sounds stupid because we're just fucking gamers, but it is true in our subculture. If you were a girl and you were looking just to have meet some guy just to hang around and I guess maybe flirt with and sit on their lap and not
Fuck.
whatever, if and you're looking to do that and you have a boyfriend or a fiance at home, eh, the one guy you don't do that with in a tournament is Tom Brady. You would be a fool to do that. I mean, obviously it's gonna be fucking on streams, on people's signature, like Wonder Chef. I saw Wonder Chef's signature and I was like, oh my gosh, thank God this guy does not come to this website because I'm looking at fucking Wonder Chef's signature. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I mean, so yeah, she had a boyfriend. I think she went back and they got engaged or they were engaged. I don't know. You know, either way, be that as it may, it was a fun weekend, and I'm just glad I got to hang out with her and that
Great tournament,
she
great experience.
great
That was
tournament, great
really
experience.
fun.
It was a fun tournament, and the Molina chick, everybody was talking about her. I have no
Oh
idea who
my
she
god,
is.
dude.
Everybody was
Ugh.
talking about. Dude, CD Junior was like texting me. He was like, "Get her back on the stream," and he's like, "Tell her to go to Seasons meetings." I'm like,
There
"She
was a
doesn't."
Melina girl?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did she
Which
have like a fucked up mouth or what?
She had a
no, no,
massive.
No, she was fucking hot, dude.
yeah, no. She was good looking. She was cute. So I mean, it was a fun tournament for sure. They had a whole lot of shit going on there. Um, it just the MK actual tournament part of it was very like what the fuck. Like sometimes I just didn't know what was going on. So.
Now, I've asked 16-bit this question, but is there like a tournament party scene? Do you guys go up to the bar? What's going on?
No, it's mainly like individual communities have their cliques and they all go out somewhere before and after tournaments, whatever.
Right.
Sometimes like Devastation, they had the Devastation pre-party, and like it was some tournaments do things like Evo and Devastation did, where it's for everybody, open to everybody, and you get to show up and do whatever. But besides that, usually it's just based on by community or by group where you go, unless the event has like a mixer or something like that.
Now, who can play MK the best while drunk?
I don't know, man. Tom Brady's pretty good, man. Drunk
Oh
MK.
shit. I've heard
So I don't know.
Maxter's pretty good.
Maxter's my drinking buddy, man. Maxter is, at every tournament we go to, we find a bottle somehow, some way. So
Right on. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about your lifestyle outside of MK, because 16-bit said you're kind of like Ryu. You
Yes.
fucking travel the globe searching for competition.
Like, I don't know if this is true, but I picture you, Tom, the vagabond. Like, you get on a freight train with,
Vagabond.
like, a stick and, like, a sack with all your belongings in it, and you just go from tournament to tournament. Is that
uh,
anywhere close to reality?
You just
no,
called Tom Brady a hobo, dude.
I
no,
mean,
it's
like Ryu, or vagabond, like Ryu.
no,
Everyone
no,
respects Ryu.
Yeah.
no. It's not even close.
You don't uppercut the waterfall at the end of every tournament?
No, I don't. I don't. No,
Like, it seems as if you have no home, and you basically just live in other players' basements.
Okay, well, let me explain. Like, uh, in Dallas, like say I'm going to an event like this. Say I went to, for example, I went to Devastation. Then
Yeah.
the week right after Devastation is Seasons Beatings. Then right after Seasons Beatings, Triforce is like, we got this event in Chicago, and I thought, okay, it'd be a, he's like, we got it all set up. You're gonna promote the game, you and Perfect Legend, whatever. And it's already been taken care of, and we're gonna promote you guys, and you're gonna promote the game, and it's great for the community, and our, to see if you can call someone from NRS or whatever. So I said, okay, it's a great opportunity for the game, for the Chicago community. We get to talk to hang out with NRS. So then that was like 2.5 weeks after Seasons Beatings. So that means, what am I going to do? Fly back down to Dallas, then fly back to Ohio when I'm already in Ohio?
Right.
So I stay here until that, and now after that's done, now I'm going, home, the Thanksgiving and everything, into Jersey. And then from there, I'm going to go from. It's just one of those things when you're out of town. I don't want to take 30 planes. I don't want to be like, here, Dallas, Dallas back here, back to Dallas, back to here, back. So when I'm out of town, I have like 10 places to go in 2 months. Rather than just go 20 places because Dallas is the extra place. I'll just go there. And right after, it's like, look, NEC, and then there's SoCal Regionals, and then I have to go to Brazil. So after SoCal Regionals, I'll go back to Dallas. And then after Dallas, I'm in Dallas for 2 weeks, and I got to go to Brazil for a week. And then after Brazil, then in February. So it's
How do you afford this lifestyle?
Well, it's funny you should say that. It's I have money saved up, and I want to go. I'm going back to school in August. So basically, right now I'm just doing this until I go back to school, and the fighting game, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm trying to. It's really hard because I have myself set up in so many different places, and I'm just trying to really like promote the game. But at the same time, a lot of people they talk about going pro and whatever. So basically, I'm saying if something good comes out of it, good. If not, hey, back to school anyway. It's basically what I'm doing. It's very difficult. It's definitely, a lot of people always like to say, oh, I want to. The term pro gamer gets thrown around so loosely. The problem in fighting games is, for a while I quit fighting games altogether, and then I came back, with T6, and I got back into MKDC after Tekken 6. I was out. I came back to that game as well. The thing about fighting games is, you're always worried when you put in the same amount of dues that someone like Slips has, that the second you quit, someone's going to come along, put in no time, and get all the benefits from all the time that you've put in. Like, oh, thanks for paving the road. Holla at me, holla at me on my 20s, and you're like, fuck, man. The time I finally decide to fucking quit, this shit happens. It's one of those things where I'm always thinking that, and I think it's also really hard as a fighting game player or as a gamer in general, because the problem is other gamers are the ones that are the most critical of people trying to do something professionally in that field. They always want to say, if you have a job, they tell you get a job anyway. If you go to school, they tell you go to school, do something with your life. Not that you're not going to school or working, but it's just that, what if you saved up a whole lot of money, and you can afford to do this for a while, and you want to go back to school? You had a job. You got money to do something, What are they going to say? You're a loser for doing what you want with your money that you've earned? I mean, I've never heard of that before,
I for one think it's badass.
Hell
I
yeah.
want to be like.
I wish I could do it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real pain in the ass, but at the same time, dude, I know what it's like to be an MK player and go to a tournament and know your game is never going to be there. It sucks. Let me tell you something, man. You don't realize how cool it is to be an MK player. I was at CEO. You know who else was at CEO? Core was there, GM, Fab, a whole lot of good players. Harada was there. Harada had no fucking clue who any of these people were. I'm just going, I was talking to GM and Fab, I was like, that sucks. You guys are some of the best players in the world. You've beaten some of the best players in the world. Producers here, he has no clue who you are, nor does he care. That sucks. NetherRealm, man, they know who their top players are. They watch their top players.